Hey Card Pack, this is Justin Holiday of the Indiana Pacers. Welcome to the Sports Card Consultant Show. First of all, you better get my rookie card. It's gonna blow up. Second, thanks for supporting the show and being awesome. Enjoy.
Hey, what's going on, Card Pack? Today we're going to talk about the top 10 basketball cards that went down the most over the last week. And there is some blood in the streets, but I also see a lot of opportunity. So you want to stick around and see what we're going to go through there. If you want to hear these videos, if you want to hear the audios of them, I publish them on the podcast here. The link for that is in the description. So this audio that you're hearing here, it's going to be on the podcast. Because you can't always watch a video. Sometimes you're driving, you're working out, and you just can't watch, but you want to listen. To go ahead and hop on the podcast. Also, join the Card Pack newsletter. It's free. I send out, not daily updates, but I send out updates quite often about trending sports cards to take a look at. You'll want to be on there. And of course, the Sports Card Society, where almost every day I send an exclusive video to my members outlining a specific sports card opportunity that I've dug deep in the weeds and I found that I feel is really good and has a really good chance of going up. For instance, this Michael Jordan in January, we're getting it for, $25, $30. Here it is going for $88 in March. It went up for a high of $130 actually in February. We're getting this chipper for around $70 in January. Here it is in March going for $180, $190. This Coby here, we were getting it for actually about $160, $170 in January. And here it is going for $600 on March 11th. This LeBron, $175 in January. And it's going $725 March 9th today. I mean, this alone, look at these cards. These are some of the ones I sent out in January, right? The society only costs $12.99 a month or $129 a year. This card right here alone, more like 4x pays for the yearly membership. This card pays for most of the membership. At this point, this card pays for more than the membership. This card pays for way more than the membership, and so does this one. I mean, that's just the January stuff I sent out, some of them. Join the society. Plus, there's a private Discord group with really good active sports card investors in there. Talk about a community where you can really ask questions and give feedback and learn and work amongst each other. It's fantastic. The Sports Card Society Discord, it's fantastic. It really, really is. That alone is worth the price of admission. So SportsCardSociety.com, the link for that is in the description. I mean, $12.99 a month. It's like 40 cents a day, $129 a year. That's what is that? That's like 33 cents a day. It's nothing. To get handed cards like this, and what I do is I send out videos. They're about 5 minutes long. I show the card and I show all the research as to why. And also what I plan on doing with it. Is it a short-term flip, long-term hold? What is it? And if you want to learn how I'm able to find cards like this, my secret recipe, get the Delta Factor. The link for this is in the description. When I first started getting back into cards, like I just started buying what everyone else is buying, and some wins, a lot of losses, not really knowing what I was doing. But over time, I really built a recipe, And this is what it is. I call it the Delta Factor, and that's why I'm able to identify every single day. I'm able to identify cards that are undervalued that are going to go up. So get the Delta Factor. Plus, I got a couple bonuses in there. You'll get a free month of the Sports Card Society, and you'll get a whole year access to the private Discord. So a lot of good stuff there. This course is about 3-4 hours of content, 7-8 videos. It really dives deep, and you're going to learn a lot. Even if you're a seasoned investor, you're going to learn a lot watching the Delta Factor and getting this course. All right, let's dive into the content. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, that notification bell, and please, for the love of all that is holy, hit the like button. Let's dive in. Here we are in the Market Movers tool. I pulled up price movements by card, basketball, PSA 10, and I sorted by the biggest negative change. Then you see number 1 and 2 on the list. Rui Hachimura, 2019 Mosaic is number 1 on the list. Pop count of only 448. This card is down 33% on the week. He's obviously on a very bad team, which is kind of confusing to me because I feel like that team should be better, right? With Bradley Beal, who's probably going to get the scoring title this year, I think, and of course Russell Westbrook. And Rui's pretty decent. This card started the week at 35, ended the week at 23. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not even going to look. I'm not a buy on this card. There's no reason it's going to be going up anytime soon. I'm just avoiding it. I may even be selling it. If you have the card, you may want to sell it. It'll probably go up, before next season, like leading up to next season. But, it's a bit of a long wait. It's up to you to decide what to do. Marvin Bagley, the third, 2018 Prism. down 30% on the week. Pop count of 1683. If you don't know what pop count means, that is how many of this card exist in the PSA 10 graded form. 1,683. Get it, Marvin Bagley. Are the Kings in the running for the playoffs? I would say no. I would say they don't really have much of a shot to get into the top 10. I mean, the top 8 going to the playoffs, but 7, 8, 9, and 10 are going to be playing against each other for the 7 and 8 spots. I would either be selling or holding this. I would not be buying it. Number 3 on the list, Kendrick Nunn, a little bit more interesting. 2019 optic, pop count of 551, down 26, basically closer to 27% on the week. Started the week at 39, had a high sale of 57, latest sale of 33. Let's pull it back 60 days because the Heat, I just looked at the standings today. The Heat have been on a bit of a tear. This card looks overall like it's been pretty flat. I mean, sure, you see the up and down, but overall it's just going straight across as kind of the median, the average there. And so that makes sense. I mean, if you bought this card, I wouldn't hate it. But, Kendrick Nunn was a Rookie of the Year candidate last year. It has not been a good year for Kendrick Nunn. I mean, Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, it is definitely their team. Kendrick Nunn has not really had a step up and roll. If anything, it kind of seems like he's had a step down in roll. I'm not interested. I'm avoiding it. I'd probably sell it. But I may hold it. I may hold it till we get closer to the playoffs because the Heat have been on their horses, and they're number 4 in the East right now. They're on a 9-1 win streak, 9-1 in the last 10 games. I mean, go Heat. Jeez, I had no idea they were on such a streak like that. So maybe hold Kendrick Nunn. Next on the list, LeBron James, 2018 optic base, down 26.6% on the old weeksy. Pop count, 1294. Get it? LeBron, I'm sure he made that. Who's that trying to guard him from a mile away? Anyways, started the week at 135, then 108, latest sale of 91. Let's pull this one back, 60 DS. Interesting. It kind of is at where it was at 60 days ago, except for there was this run-up here in early to late February that put it up well over $100, about 130, and that's been going down. This is one, if you've been watching my videos, these LeBron Laker cards have been on a lot of them. They've been on a lot of these top 10 lists, and I keep saying I basically avoid them because I've been in that mix before, and they're just unpredictable. This one's actually more clean looking than most, but I could just be crazy because this one's so high up here that it kind of screwed up the crazy frequency of this card. That's exactly what I mean. This one, boom, boom, boom. All these LeBron Laker cards like boom, boom, peak, valley, peak, valley, peak, valley, peak, valley, peak, valley. And you're like, it's only been a week. Why is this card moving around like it's a raw card? And what I mean by that, like raw cards will sell for all over the place. Because when you look at the pictures on, say, eBay, and one's got a ding corner, it's just not going to go for the highest amount of raw can. But if a seller on there puts up a raw card and he takes pictures of all the corners and it just looks mint, worth grading, it's going to go for the high end of the spectrum on the raw. Whereas someone puts up one picture that's just the front, which a lot of people do, and they are absolutely, it blows my mind. You want to sell a card? People like to hold them, and we can't do that, so we buy them on eBay. You know what you got to do? You got to take 10 pictures of your raw card. In my opinion, you got to take 10 pictures. You got to take a full frontal, a full back, and then you got to take a picture of the front 4 corners and the back 4 corners. 10 pictures. That's if you want to sell a card, if you actually have a good card, that's how you sell it. That's how you sell it for the most. Now, if you have a crappy raw card, yeah, probably just the front and the back. Maybe just the front. So think about that next time you're buying an eBay raw card, okay? Words of wisdom. By the way, if you like this market movers tool, this is by far the most important thing I use in sports card investing. It's just not even close. You cannot actually be effective in sports card investing without this tool. You just can't, because you can't keep going back and forth to a 130 point in eBay and 130 point in eBay. You can't keep the data straight. And you can't really look at that many cards doing it that way. This old manual, don't be cheap. Just get this tool. This tool is not, oh, it's expensive. It's not expensive. It's absolutely not. And it's not about that. This thing makes me a ton of money and saves me from losing a lot of money, saves me from making a lot of mistakes, helps me figure out how to find cards that are going to go up. Guess what? In the Delta Factor, I'm in the Market Movers tool like huge, showing you how to read the data and how to identify buy signals. That's what the Delta Factor teaches you to do, and I use the Market Movers tool. Fantastic content in here. I don't care if you're a seasoned vet, go check it out. Get the Delta Factor, and of course, get the Market Movers tool. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off your first month or your first year, whichever subscription you choose. I'm going to keep harping this stuff every video, because there's me showing you this stuff, like going through this data, that's valuable to you as education. But if you're trying to cross the country and you're dead set on walking, and I'm sitting here trying to sell you a car, I'm going to keep trying to sell you a car because you're crazy. Get a car. Don't walk across the country. All right, I digress. This card, would I buy, sell, or hold? I avoid these. I just do. I avoid them. Now, if you want to go mess around with these on StarStock, that's a different story. Is this my StarStock here? If you want to go mess around with these on StarStock, I'll put a link in the description for StarStock. They only do rookies, so I take that back. You cannot mess around with this card on StarStock. Now it makes me curious. Are there any LeBrons on here? Oh, that's actually a decent deal. What do we got? No, nothing else in there. Okay, 10s. Oh. Anyways, StarStock only does rookies. But there's a lot of cards to go play around with StarStock. I'll put a link for that in the description. Use code SportsCardConsultant, capital S, capital C, to get $10 free when you deposit $10 or more on StarStock. So this card, since I can't do it on StarStock, I'm just avoiding it. I would hold it if I have it, because I think overall it will tick up as we get closer to the playoffs. But when we get close enough to the playoffs, I am selling that thing. I am ditching that thing. I am throwing that thing away. I'm selling it like it was hot garbage, hot melting garbage in my hand. That's how I feel about it. It's odd to say that about LeBron, but literally that card's going to plummet soon into the playoffs, because that's what happened last year. That's what happened. And that's what's going to happen again. And I got burned by it. Next card on the list, LeBron 2019 Prism Silver. Pop count of 1926. You're telling me his 2019 Prism Silver has 600 plus more than his optic base? I mean, I guess if you get a LeBron Silver, you're getting it graded. If you get an optic base LeBron, you're probably not getting it graded. It's down 25% on the week. I'm a little more interested in this because I'm interested in collecting LeBron non-rookie cards, just not base cards. Like this one I'm interested in is actually like a hold. Golden card, silver. Start of the week at $650, high sale of $740, latest sale of $520. How you like them apples? Let's go to 60-day chart. Overall, it looks like this card is technically going down. I expect it to go, damn, this might be a really good buying opportunity. Interesting. That might be a really good buying opportunity. $520? Interesting. Let's go to eBay on that one. Because like I said, listen, when you look at all those Michael Jordan cards and Kobe cards, like their non-rookies are valuable. But not just any of them, not just, well, some of the Michael Jordans, non-insert, non-rare. I mean, because just a 1987, 88, 89, 90 Fleer of Michael Jordan is like fairly rare. Because they didn't make a ton of cards then. Like that's just what there was. And anyways, what do we got here? Let's look at this. I'm interested in this. Let me do a little price check here. Price check, aisle 2. What are we at? We're at $450, just in case some maniac listed one at $450. That's interesting. That's interesting too. Sort of. That's interesting. But the Prism Silver is more interesting to me. I don't know what the pop count is on this. It's probably less than the Prism Silver, this Jam Master. But that's not what we're looking for right now. Where is... Oh, that's a good looking card too. You know what I mean? Like these are rarer cards for him. That's what I was saying about the Michael Jordan, especially Kobe or Shaq or something like that, or Michael Jordan in the 90s, because there are a lot more inserts, and a lot of Michael Jordan inserts, they didn't have silvers, but they had like Topps Chrome, and they had all these other inserts. Those are worth some really, really good money. I like these LeBron silver stuff of non-rookie year. I do. I haven't seen, here's the first Prism I saw, $669. Okay. All right, so there's nothing available for that crazy price I was looking at, but you know what? Really interesting stuff. Really interesting stuff. Maybe, well, that was a crazy sale. What was this sale up here? $740, then $620, $590, $521. Oh, it's like I want to find one of those. I really like this one. I really like this one. That's going to be a much lower pop count than the Prism Silver. I'm going to leave a link in the description just because of this card. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go up here. Heyo. I will put a link in the description to this card. This didn't even make the top 10, but it popped up, and I love it. Love it. What's this? Oh, baby. This is even more rare because Top Selections is like an insert. This is a silver of his base. And this is actually like an insert. You're welcome. I'll put a link in the description to those cards. Go take a look at them if you want. Next on the list, Jamal Murray 2016 Prism. Pop count of only 378, down 23% on the week. This is going to be his rookie. That's Jamal Murray's rookie year, 2016. Only 378. Started the week at 522, then a sale of 480, latest sale of 388. So it really kind of plummeted this week. Let's pull it back 60 dias. 520, went all the way down to 325, and then back up. It looks like it's kind of hitting a bottom to me. That doesn't make sense. Nuggets, where are they standing? They're definitely going to be in the playoffs. Number 5, Jokic is still in the running for MVP. Jamal Murray's a pretty damn good player. That doesn't make sense to me. With that low pop count, I'm probably a buy on this. I'd be looking to sell it around the beginning of the playoffs. 525. Let's see if we can find one for actually around that price. Got some auctions now. The lowest one we see here is 525. I told you whoever over here is smoking something not good, not from their local authorized dispensary, someone in a trench jacket in the alley. $388. I was like, what? But these auctions, not ending for 8 days. But you make an offer here. In reality, because of where this was, it was up here at 500 some. If you could get this for 450, I would totally be a buyer in that. So I'll put a link in the description for this one, just in case you want to make an offer on that one or some of these other ones, or get involved in an auction. Jayson Tatum, 2017 Optic, down 22.5% on the week. That's what I'm talking about. Like, what is going on here? This is after the All-Star break. But some of the days we're looking at were during the All-Star break, so I think that might have caused some cards to go down. I do believe they will start turning up as we head towards the playoffs, especially if they're on playoff teams, or even teams that have a decent possibility of being in the playoffs. Good card. Second year of Optic, excuse me. This card started pop count of 3,039, started the week at 387, had a low sale at 247, then went up to 330, then 260, then 265. Why? Why is this card so low? Let me pull it back 60 days. You know what? Actually, with this one, let me pull back 90 days. Again, Market Movers tool, link in description. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off first month or first year. We are not going to pay attention to this one. That is clearly some weird outlier that is not a real sale. I don't think. So I'm going to ignore that. 330 looks like about the high. And looks like it's been winding down since about the end of January. And he's obviously on a team that is bound for the playoffs. No one's doubting that the Celtics are going to be in the playoffs. Unless, of course, someone gets hurt. That's always a caveat. But yeah, if it's going over 260, like I see this going up, leading up to the playoffs. 330. Let's sort this sucker. Buy it nowsy. 259 or best offer. 265. What did you say that latest sale was? Either way, I'm in. Yeah, I'll definitely put a link in the description for this one. I dig that. I would be a buyer on that one. So we're starting to heat up here later in the list here. I like this Jamal Murray if you can get it at the right price. I actually like this LeBron, but I actually turned into that select LeBron. And this is the first true one on the list, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a buy for sure. Now, next one on the list, Jayson Tatum 2017 hoops, down 22%. What did Jayson Tatum do to the sports card world? He must have talked smack about their mama. No other conclusion I can think of. If you can even dream of anything else, please leave a comment. Started the week at 172, then swiftly went down to 135, then back up to 157, and then ended the week at 138. Pop count of 2188. You know, decent looking card. The NBA hoops meshed into the green here with that blue and green. Not the best looking thing. Let's pull this one back 90 days. See where it's been. Let's travel down Jayson Tatum's hoop. Ghost of past? Christmas past? It was around Christmas. $169 on the 13th of December. And it's been pretty much going down since. Looks like I'm going to say a high. I don't know. We'll go with a high of 200. Because it's kind of, you know, it might have got to 225. That seems reasonable, 225. But we're going to stick around here with around 200 as where, you know, it kind of average-wise got around its height. And right now, it's going for 138. Pop count of only 2188. They're going to be in the playoffs. Jayson Tatum's a star. Like, yeah, I'm going to buy it. But then I'm going to sell it around the beginning of the playoffs. If you guys have been watching the channel for any amount of time, you know that's kind of how I roll with a lot of cards. Buy it nowsy. 150. Oh, wait a minute. This may not be in the... What do we got here? No, I wanted to get it for more like under 140. Is there somewhere to make an offer? Who's got it? Who you make an offer on that one? I'd want to get it for You may get me with 150. Because if I think this card, well, where did I say it got to? You know, it pains me. Thought I could get it for the 130s. The 130s I was a buy. I don't know if any of these people are going to accept 130. I'll put a link up here in case you can get someone to give it to you for like 135. I think that'd be good. If you can get it for under 140, I think it's a good buy. 150, I'm not really in on because I think it's going to get to around 200, maybe 225-ish at the most. And going from 135 to that instead of 150 to that, you know, with fees, etc., I'd rather do that. Lower my risk, baby. Next on the list, Coby White, 2019 optic. Pop count of 1548, down 20.6% on the week. It has been a blood bath. Bloody Mary. Did you ever when you were a kid, did you ever get like scared of the Bloody Mary thing where you're supposed to be dark in the bathroom and like look in the mirror and say Bloody Mary like 3 times or something? That gave me goosebumps just saying that right now. Do you remember that? Did you ever do that? I never did it. Terrified the light. Like, even I got goosebumps right now. Literally, my nipples are hard. That is how goosebumpy I just got thinking about that, because I picture being in the bathroom and saying it, and then she actually appears in the mirror. My whole body literally has goosebumps right now. Terrifying. I was not even going to try that at all, because what was the benefit? What? It doesn't happen? Cool. Well, you know what else it won't happen? If I just never do it. That's the benefit. So, I see no benefit in doing it other than to, I don't know, look for attention or something like that. Terrifies me. But I will use that as a scary story to kids. No doubt about it, because that's just going to be fun. Where are we at? Coby White? Okay. I love his hair. Rated rookie. Pop count of 1548. Started the week at 65. Went up to 78. End of the week at 53. Doubles, I don't think that they'll make the playoffs. Technically, they're in contention. Here they are tied with the Pacers. I mean, they could be in the play-in. They could. I mean, that makes him more relevant. Look at that chart over 90 days. Doesn't that just make you feel, I don't know. How does it make you feel? Leave a comment. This tells the truth here. You need this tool. Market Movers tool. Link in description. Use code SOCIETY, 20% off first month or first year. Whichever subscription you choose. You see this going down, 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 going down, 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 down. What is that song? Maybe I'm thinking of Mary J. Blige. I'm going down. Apparently Coby White's not around. $60 for a PSA 10 of him though, optic. It looks like it's kind of flattened out. I could totally see this going up to, where are we at here? $100. You know what I really like this as? I like this as a StarStock play. For sure. What am I doing? I should probably type in his actual name, full name. StarStock ain't that brilliant. 118 card types. Where's the optic? Let me type in optic. $95. Ooh, only $14 for a StarStock. If you're not familiar with StarStock, like obviously it's PS10, PS9, but this is a StarStock A. This is a grade. Now it's not in a plastic slab and it doesn't have a sticker, but it's a grade. Because what happens is the people at StarStock, when you send them cards, when anyone sends them cards, they look at them and they give them their own grade. StarStock A is the best grade they give. And what they mean by that is they believe that card will either, if you send it into PSA, it will either be a 10 or a 9. And the latest batch of cards that came back from StarStock, people that sent the StarStock A's that went into PSA, when those cards came back, the latest batch, 92% of them were 10s and 9s. So this StarStock A grade holds water. As good as a bucket. So you're going to get a raw on eBay for less than this, but that could be, it's coming from Joe Schmo. You don't know what that card's actually going to be like. And are you going to send that card into PSA with their new pricing? Hell to the no. StarStock A. I really like this as a StarStock play. Come in here and buy this for 14. Let's see how many are for sale. I like 14. I like $14. 206 in the vault, whatever. 63 for sale from 14. Ugh, you're gonna make me log in? There's my username. Coby White Optic. I'll leave a link in the description for StarStock. Use code SportsCardConsultant for 10% off. Nope, that's not true. For a free $10, you deposit $10 or more. So let's go check this out again. I like this play. See how many there are. I would probably buy all of them $15 and under. Or at least one, depending on your budget, obviously. But me personally, I'm not going to do it because I'm showing it on this video now. Because if you guys want, I just don't do that. When I show stuff on these videos, I don't go. I leave them up there for you guys to go get. Because I have the Delta factor. I have the Market Movers tool. I find good card buys every day because I have the tools to do it and I have the knowledge and skills to interpret the data and know where my buy signals are. Delta factor. Market Movers tool. You got it. I would buy this at least at 14, buy one of them, and expect it to sell for around 20 by the time the playoffs roll around. You're like, well, $6. I mean, yeah, what do you do? So, yeah, I'm going to buy this for $14 and then just list it here for 20 and just wait for it to sell, and it'll sell by the playoffs. Make a nice almost 50% return on my money. Again, that's why I said I would buy all of these from $15 and under, and I'd put them all up for $20 to $24, maybe $19 to $24, just because. And that's the play. And that's the play. And his cards will go, his PSA 10 will go up leading up to the playoffs. Again, no guarantee they even get to the play-in, but being number 11 in the East right now, decent chance. I don't see these teams below them passing the Bulls. So I see the Bulls staying somewhere around 10, 11. That's a good StarStock play. Use code SportsCardConsultant. $10 free and deposit $10 or more. So that's the play there. I'm not going to put a link in the description to that. Just go to StarStock. That link will be in the description. Next on the list, Tyler Herro, 2019 optic. Pop count of 891, down 18.78%. I forgot, he's on the Heat too. Again, it's really Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo's team. But they have Herro. They have Nunn. Two rookies who were like big rookies last year. Nunn was up for, the three guys for Rookie of the Year. And Herro was, kind of a hero in the playoffs. He did some good stuff, but reality is I haven't seen him do much, and I'm not the biggest fan of Tyler Herro. I pulled it up on eBay. I meant to pull up the chart. So let's pull up the chart. What is the pop count? 891. He looks like somebody I know. Anyways, this card was $73, then $67, then latest sale of $59. Let's pull it back 90 days. Dias, for you Espanol speakers. 90 days ago, this card was about 146, hit a high of 181 on New Year's Eve, December 20, aka December 29th, and it's just been going down since. But like I said, the Heat are number 4 in the East right now, and they've been on a tear. So could I see this card going over a Hondo by the playoffs? Yes, I could. And guess where I'd be looking to do this at? StarStock. Let's look at that. Let's look for a Tyler Herro card. Was it his optic too? Right, it was, wasn't it? Yep. There it is. StarStock A from $16. So let's go here. What would I do? $16. Again, this is a card that if it were sent into PSA, it would most likely be at least a PSA 9. Okay, I would probably buy all the ones for under $20 and list them for 25 plus. That's what I would do. But I'll leave it there for you guys if you want to do that. I wouldn't go buying his PSA. I wouldn't go buying his actual card because it's just too low priced. It's too hard after fees and sales tax and stuff to make money from it. It just is. Even if it gets to $100, like I think you make more money on StarStock. So I have 4 cards up here that I think are good buys on eBay. I'll put links to those in the description. And then of course there's the StarStock plays, which I saw Tyler Herro and Coby White, and possibly Kendrick Nunn. Actually, we didn't go over it with him, but him too. God, his PSA 10 is only $33. But all the links are in the description. Sports Card Society, join the group, man. Lots of good stuff to be had there. You get an exclusive video sent to you every day. I slave over finding good investments. I dive so much deeper into the research to find the cards I share with the society than I do here. I start here and then I dive deep. And then I find the card and then I show them what I found and what I plan on doing with it. And of course, you want to learn my method, get the Delta Factor. Plus you get a free month of the Sports Card Society. Plus you get a year of the private Discord. And that private Discord is worth whatever entry anyone wants to charge because the people in there are fantastic. You go into a free Discord, it's a bunch of chumps. Now, I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying there's a lot of chumps in there, just spouting this and that because it's just free to get into. They didn't have to pay to play. In this private Discord, people pay to be there. Like they're serious about sports card investing and they're there to learn. They're there to share. They're there to have a community. It's fantastic. And of course, join the Card Pack newsletter if nothing else. That's free. I'll send out cards to you that I find that are good. I don't dive as deep on these ones, but I give you some good updates on stuff and for you to look at. And of course, check out the podcast if you want to listen to stuff. And of course, get the Market Movers tool for the love of God. Get it. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off your first month of your first year. Link is in the description. Card Pack, as usual. You are so awesome. Stay classy. See you tomorrow. Oh yeah, smash that like button. Mwah.